Oh, a wandering traveller. I believe you have come here in search of knowledge, haven't you? What can I do for you? Alright. Have you ever thought that nature is the most developed technology we have on our world?
Have you ever wondered about how a harpy eagle is able to fight against gravity and wind currents to fly at some of the highest altitudes?
I am your host, Costa.
I am also your host, Senna, and today we'll show you how integrating nature in our technology can impact the machines we create.
Let us get to it.
Although us humans are rational beings, the best way of creating the most diverse and wacky things in our world is observing nature. All the evolutionary machinery had billions of years to develop and select the best characteristics of the most adapted creatures.
By analyzing a bird like the kingfisher, excellent diver, we can obtain the best aerodynamics that nature has managed to develop after millions of evolution. This bird's incredible streamlined beak allows it to be able to dive at high speeds and catch larger fishes. Copying what nature has developed and integrating it into our machines is called biomimicry.
Alright, but now to better explain how all of this works, let's talk about the main problem of the Japanese bullet trains, the sonic drone. So, before explaining how it was resolved, we must explain why it happens. This phenomenon happens when an object exceeds the speed of sound, which is approximately 1,234.8 kilometers per hour, thus accumulating sound waves that can be heard from like 4 miles away. Knowing this, you must be wondering why this phenomenon happens, even with the train not reaching such a high speed. And the answer is way simpler than it seems. The phenomenon presented above only happens when the train passes through a tunnel. This is because with the limited space, the air compresses in front of the vehicle and accumulates sound waves that escape only at the exit of these passages.
The solution to this snag was found by a birdwatcher and engineer named A.G. Nuggets. He noticed the birds of the Alcidae family, better known as kingfishers, were able to dive at very high speeds out of the air, low resistance environment, into water, which is about 800 times denser without creating waves or splashing any liquid. The secret of these animals was their beaks, which gradually increase in diameter from the tip to the head. This reduces the bird's impact when hitting the water and causes the fluid to side over the animal rather than hitting it and creating resistance.
But it's clear that a train is not made only of aerodynamics. We also needed superconductors to ensure its levitation and also to move it. These superconduction magnets operate at a very low temperature, and after being charged with an excitation current, these electromagnets produce a high circulating direct current, on the order of 700 kA, and a strong external magnetic field with zero loss. However, it is necessary to keep temperatures low to avoid heating problems.
Thus, a liquid helium cooling system is used to lower the temperatures of these niobium titanium alloy coils that have a critical temperature of 9.2 Kelvin. Niobium has an electron configuration of 5s1-44, while titanium has an electron configuration of 4s2-3d2. This metallic connection is organized like this. No, not like this, like this. So, the helium is circulated around the coils at 4.5 Kelvin, and after passing through the supermagnet, the liquid helium evaporates and a helium compressor and refrigeration units are used to return the helium to a liquid state, and this cycle continues and continues. Also, the electromagnet can heat up through radiation, so a radiation shield is used. To prevent interference from arising in this shield, it's cooled with liquid nitrogen, and to prevent convection heat transfer, a vacuum is maintained within the shield.
Hi, it's me again, The Voice, and I'm here to talk a little about the Maglev. Well, in one of the several units present in Maglev, 4 of these superconductors are arranged with opposite polarities that match the propulsion coils present in the rails, which generates movement, since the vector sum of the electromagnetic attractions produces a result that provides the displacement. To make the train levitate, the pair of superconduction magnets produce a magnetic field that moves parallel to figure 8 coils on the tracks. The variant magnetic flux induces currents in the coil loops according to Faraday's law, which generates opposing vectors between the top and bottom of the coil. When the train starts to move, it induces a current in this looped coil that pulls the superconduction magnets upward until the force of levitation and gravity equalize, bringing them into equilibrium.
Now that you already know a lot about the train, let's recap what was said to get very fixed
In your minds.
Exactly. This video will discuss the way Japanese engineers found to solve the sonic boom problem through biomimicry, where the Japanese copied the shape of the beak of a bird called a kingfisher. In addition, it was explained how the train moves at these speeds using supermagnets to propel itself along the tracks, in addition to knowing the liquid helium cooling system.
Well, I think that was it. Although this was very weird, I think we kind of did a pretty good job, huh?
Yeah,
Can you
I agree.
throw me back home?